2016 bad. Video games good? It's been a stressful year for me, between a death in my family, a 500-year flood in my town, and the entire election cycle. I've spent most of 2016 in a tired haze. But who cares about the real world when you can spend time in the electroscape?
ビールで流し込む OK 大丈夫前にもこんなことあったはず蹴り飛ばすより笑い飛ばせ
I've always wanted a Pokemon fighting game. The series just seemed perfect for it, and Pokken Tournament finally delivers on the potential that the series always had, while at the same time creating a unique and totally rad fighter. The idea of dodging enemy projectiles in a 3D field, then getting in close for a traditional fighting game view is incredibly novel, even if it is a bit jarring at first. And honestly, any game where you can play as Luchador Pikachu is great in my eyes. It's a great game, and here's hoping that they add more characters to the home release. Winner of the Ani for Best Game I Kickstarted is Hyper Light Drifter. I've never really thought of myself as a fan of solitaire or horse racing, so I was amazed at how much Pocket Card Jockey grabbed me. I put 30 hours into the game in 2 weeks. I saw cards when I closed my eyes. I was late for work because I had to play the game in the morning. It was the first time I had to stop playing a game because it actively sabotaged my life, so I give it the number 9 spot. Winner of the Ani for I thought this game came out this year, but that was just the PS4 release is Assault Android Cactus. I've always loved Kirby, and Planet Robobot is another fantastic entrance in the series. It's sort of hard to look at on its own merits because it's so similar to Triple Deluxe and Return to Dreamland, and while I am getting a bit tired of the formula, the colorful new worlds and tight as ever level design allows me to play a game with my little buddy once again. I'm looking forward to the next game. It'd be great if they expanded on that 3D Kirby minigame. Winner of the Ani for Best Littlest Time Waster is Gotta Protectors. Speaking of HAL sequels, Box Boy is a great addition to its own series. If you haven't played these two games, they're incredibly simplistic but at times devious puzzle platformers. Neither ever reach the point of being hair-pullingly frustrating, which I think is an important thing in a puzzle game. I like to feel smart when I play video games. That's my power fantasy. I'm looking forward to saying goodbye to Box Boy next year. Winner of the Ani for this would have been on the list if I had played it earlier is Sharon the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune, and the Dice of Fate. I never played the first Titanfall, and while the idea of mech versus human first-person shooter combat sounded neat, I had no real interest in playing an online multiplayer-only game. But hearing that the new game had a story mode was enough to entice me into a purchase. And while the single player is good, if a bit overrated, the multiplayer is magical. The speed, the tricks, the scale. I keep coming back and getting trashed, but it doesn't matter because I'm having so much fun. Winner of the Ani for boy howdy, I hope this game gets a sequel is Chase, Cold Case Investigations. It's been a good year for HAL, and with how stressful this year has been for me, sometimes I just need to sit back with some smooth jazz and make some dogs. Picross 3D was an amazing puzzle game, and Picross 3D Round 2 doesn't miss a beat. With elegant design, engaging new mechanics, and no shortage of content, it's easy to see why this became my go-to chill-out game for the year. Winner of the Ani for most love I felt during 2016 is Princess Remedy in a Heap of Trouble. I've been sort of burnt out on the wacky crossover anime fighters recently, but then NPBHID came out and changed everything. Nitro Plus Blaster's Heroine's Infinite Duel is exactly what I want from a fighting game. A mix of simple inputs and deep mechanics, not to mention plenty of crazy fast-paced movement and ridiculous over-the-top supers. Heck, I like the game so much I bought it twice, just so I could play it with a fight stick. This game goes beyond silly anime or wacky fighting game, it's just a downright fun video game.
Winner of the Ani for Most Fun Despite Technical Problems is Video Ball.
Rhythm Heaven has always been a game series that means a lot to me, and it was great when Rhythm Heaven Megamix came along and reminded me why I love it. The quirky writing, the cute animations, and of course, the catchy music. With over 70 levels, a new silly story, and a host of little improvements to make the game more accessible, I couldn't be happier. Well, maybe I could be happier if they put in DJ School. Winner of the Ani 4. I wish I had played this game sooner, but I'm sure I'm glad I didn't have to play it on the Vita, is Gravity Rush Remastered. When I called Titanfall 2 single-player overrated, it was probably because I was still basking in the beautiful hellish glory that is Doom. Doom somehow did away with all the modern FPS campaign tropes that have been bugging me for the past few years. It feels like they rewrote the rulebook and scribbled fun into all the margins. It's an excellent mix of fast-paced action and well-done secret hunting. All with a tongue-in-cheek style that feels completely earned, unlike a lot of modern renditions of classic shooter IPs. I never thought that a big-budget first-person shooter reimagining that's been in development for years would be some of the most fun I've had in 2016. Winner of the Ani 4 Most Anime Name is Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE. Hatsune Miku Project Diva X was a bit of a disappointment for me. It focused on none of the things I like the series for. There were only 30 songs, none of which had particularly interesting videos for them, and there was a tacked-on story to boot. So, I took a plunge. I went down the crazy money hole of importing Hatsune Miku Future Tone, and I couldn't be happier. Over 200 songs, tons of cute costumes, amazing graphics. It's all I could ever want. I've been playing the game like crazy. I still haven't beaten every song even. I just want to get better at the game. I want to beat the extreme difficulty levels. I can't recommend the game enough. Luckily, you don't have to spend as much money as I did, since the game is coming out early next year in America. So, I think I know my game of the year for 2017 now too. And heck, it's not just Miku coming out next year. There are tons of other great games too, like Yakuza 0, and Gravity Rush 2, and heck, even the Nintendo Switch. So, I'm pretty excited for video games, and 2017 in general. I hope you guys have a good new year, and until next time, stay paused.